I put that on my wood, yeah. I grip it on my wood, yeah. I done done it all. Done it all. He's I put that on my wood, yeah. I grip it on my wood. Let's go. Big faces, tight laces, it's paper I'm chasing. Large cases, I'm racing. No time for wasting. Plenty hate and conversation when you making a statement. I'd rather show, not tell, instead of waiting on placement. Took the bull by the horns, why you hate me for that? Had more niggas on my side when I was out selling crack. Taking penitentiary chances, yeah, my pockets were fat. My fam depending on me, I had to stop doing that. I'm trying to make my mama proud and enjoy my life. So much wrong I done done, I'm about to bust me a right. And I don't care who down or who knock my moves, cause on the cool, y'all fools want me to lose. You rather be in my shoes instead of rocking your own. I wish that all these fake niggas would just leave me alone and go on and find yourself a new motivator. I'm sick and tired of these marks and these bitch ass haters. I done done it all. Oh, I done done it all. Ooh, I put that on my wood, yeah. I grip it on my wood, yeah. I done done it all. Oh, I done done it all. I put that on my wood, yeah. I grip it on my wood, yeah. My hood and your hood, probably one and the same. Some trill, some real, some straight up lame. I don't knock now, nigga, nah, that just ain't me. When you a player from the start, that's the way it should be. I tell them get money, nigga, cause I'ma get mine. And if you see me at the club, I don't stand in no lines. A lot of boys clout chasing, pretending they own, like they never had shit, living words of a song. I'm in the zone, I'm staying on my trill campaign. You was a G like me, you would be doing the same. Get your mind on your money, homie, really get on it. Stop acting like a bitch, or you a man or a woman. Some niggas phony, man, I don't fuck with them dudes. Niggas love playing victim, they hustling to lose. Nigga, I spit it high, go, irrevocable truth. I keep it trill in the streets and 2 trill in the booth. Mama, I'm a gangster. Now, Little Magic. Mama, I'm a G. Now, Little Magic. Mama, I'm telling you, I'm out that hood. I'm a gangster, baby. Now, Little Magic. Mama, I'm a crib. Little Magic, sit your goddamn ass down. Hell wrong with you? You know goddamn well I ain't raised you like that, boy. You know it, I ain't raised you like that, boy. What the hell wrong with you? Now I'll tell you what's wrong with you. I'll tell you what's wrong with you. Everybody coming down on you because they see you blowing a hell of a chance. Everybody coming down on you because they see you blowing a hell of an opportunity. And I understand that. Everybody got a different way of reacting. But is it our motherfucking business? Not really. But at the same time, we're at that day and age when niggas love to speak on it. So what am I to do? Sit back and just watch it all happen without commentating? Now, I think I got a little something to say. I think I got just a little something to say. Give me a minute. Now, I think I have a good idea of what's taking place. And I would have to relate it to something that happened to me when I was younger, probably near his age. I was granted an opportunity to excel in life. It wasn't no scholastic shit, and it wasn't no athletic shit, but I was granted an opportunity to excel in life. And for some reason, I was afraid of moving farther. I was afraid of moving farther in life. So when my opportunity presented itself, I self-sabotaged. Now you're probably saying, why would you go and do that? Why would you go and do that? Well, there's a thing in the black community where we're programmed that we won't live beyond a certain age. There's this thing in the black community, in the urban community, that we are programmed that we'll die before the age 21. You see, most young black men grew up in the hood watching all that bullshit and listening to the nigga in the hood who so claimed he was an OG or whatever. He really was an old girl. You know what I mean? A lot of them niggas in my hood that were trying to claim OG really was some old girls, you know what I mean? Or some old guys. I'll say that. None of them really wore the badge of honor to really be called no OG because they wasn't doing no outstanding, impeccable shit. Like I remember some of them niggas call himself OG. I caught the nigga hunching on little boys. You know what I mean? But he wanted a nigga to call him OG when he grabbing little boys, throwing them on the ground, hunching on them. Nigga, you ain't no OG. You a OP. Nigga, you a old punk. Yeah. So the thing is, it's perpetuated in the hood for the younger individuals to feel like they need to get acclamation from those type of individuals, the ones hanging in the hood, lingering, doing a whole bunch of this and that. We feel like it's a badge of honor to get a rite of passage from them, when they really can't grant us no real rite of passage. It's only an invisible rite of passage. Where does your street credit get you? Your street credit did not get you in the NBA. Your skills did. Your athleticism did. Your academics did. You see what I'm saying? Your academics and your God-given gifts and talents, athleticism was given to you, and you surpassed everything you ever imagined in life. But you are at an adolescent stage in your life. You are a young man. And at that age, we are programmed to fail. If we don't have people around us to tell us we can excel, we can do something other than gang bang and get into negativity and go to jail and be in trouble all the time, we only got our peers to communicate with. And when you have your peers to communicate with, and if they're not mature in the mind, it's the blind leading the blind. If your peers are not raised by older people and they're mature in the mind, it's the blind leading the blind. I can't even tell you at that age that we could wrap our mind around being multi-millionaires. We were poor and broke. We were selling things that could have got us in the penitentiary for multiple years, and so many of my brothers did. We were surrounded by death, drama, negativity, being barbaric. We were surrounded by ignorance and poverty. A nigga who broke out was a nigga who came up for 3, 4, 5 summers. You thought he was successful. A nigga who was able to ball out for 4, 5 summers, you thought he was successful. We didn't know no successful people. We come from a small town. We only have one incredible successful rap group. We have one singer that's world renowned, and she dead and gone. Janis Joplin. Yeah, we had DMD. He come up behind UGK. He did get some fame. But I'm saying staying on, getting on and staying on. We had basketball players and football players, but not as many as a metropolitan city. You see, when you come from a metropolitan city, you have multiple people from multiple schools going to different colleges and different teams and everything. You might wind up having a couple of dozen people from your area that goes to leagues like the MLB or the NBA or the NFL. But when you come from a small town, it's few and far in between. You got a handful, and it ain't even a whole handful. It might just be 4 fingers off the hand and not the thumb. But I'm saying all that to say this here. It's probable that you can make it coming from a big city, but it's still a 1 in a million chance. So you have to be special. You have to be special. And the kid, Ignant Morant, I hope I said his name wrong. No. The kid, Ignant Morant, when I first laid eyes on him, he was jumping out the goddamn gym. He really special. He's really an athletic mofo. He's really an incredible athletic mofo that can't be stopped. That's going to have a long, lengthy career in the NBA if he keep his nose clean. But I understand as well as you should understand, who surpassed his age, that he's going through his adolescent stage. And during that time, your mind is clouded. You don't make good decisions. You see, I had a whole different path in life earlier on when I was a little boy. I wanted to be a chef. I wanted to be a chef. I wanted to be a bad motherfucking chef that worked at a high-end motherfucking hotel, restaurant, or whatever, and I would come in and do some blending ninja shit and serve a hell of a dish. I wanted to be the type of chef that I was on call. When I wasn't on call, I was somewhere drinking Macamal and letting hoes lick my balls. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? But those dreams all came crashing down when I realized I was in my adolescent stage. And what do you realize when you're in your adolescent stage? I'll tell you. Nobody want to admit it. But when you're in that stage, you're afraid to go on. You are afraid to go forward. Even though your past might be filled with danger. Your past might be filled with turmoil that the average person wouldn't want to face. But you've got used to it. You've got used to it. Being in dangerous environments amongst the lion, the tigers, and the bears, it don't affect you. This is your regular habitat. This is your normal environment. So you're not affected by it. But the average person who never been in the depths of the hood, who has never roamed amongst killers and drug dealers and thieves and rapists and serial killers, it would blow their mind if they had to spend a day or two deep down in the jungle. It would blow their motherfucking socks off if they had to sit around, drink 40s, lock C's, blow dope, and kick it with these niggas. They will be uncomfortable than a bitch. But this is your environment. You grew up with these lions, tigers, and these bears. This is your natural habitat. But you surpassed that. God put something in you that helped you elevate way above that. You surpassed that. Does that mean you go and you turn your back on them? Some of them. Because they mean you no good. But what you do is, you go out there and you be incredibly successful like you were being, and you come back and try to change the condition. You try to change the condition. See, the type of paper that your athleticism was rewarded is, I'm talking about some optimal, incredible, I can't even think of the word, it's almost some infinite abundance. It's almost some infinite abundance. It's extreme wealth. I'm talking about to change people's lives. Let me give you a for instance. You go down deep off in the hood, there's a woman selling plate. Every day, she might be supplying the refineries, the warehouses, the junkyards, wherever, but she sell plate. And everybody know that she got a fire spoon. They know that woman can cook good than a mofo. And for 20 years, she's built up a clientele and she sell plate. Her method is proven. But no banks want to give her a loan. No credit unions want to give her a loan to get a building. So here you are with all this infinite abundance, been eating that lady plate since you was a child. But it ain't never crossed your mind, now that you got these hundreds of millions of dollars, to go back and sit down and have a plate lunch with her and discuss business about taking her out the kitchen and the living room to a whole motherfucking restaurant. And you be a silent partner, putting her on her feet, creating a business, creating jobs, and creating you an investment that you ain't got to do nothing but sit back and collect money. Go there and eat sometime and endorse the place. Did that ever cross your mind? Did it ever cross your mind? Anytime? Did you ever wake up reaching down for them G's? Now, you want to bullshit. You want to go back to the hood with the niggas whose opportunities are slim, who might be sitting on 4, 5 motherfucking felonies and damn near to struck out, and you want to go down there and conduct yourself like you are them. And that ain't the case. That ain't the case. You never was them, and you never will be them. God put something in you that help you elevate above all the rest. Now what you're doing, son, is ruining your blessing. You're really young. And I know they gave you a chance, but you repeated the same dumb shit. Now the problem is we do live in a society now where everything is broadcast. Everything is broadcast. You can't do shit without somebody putting a camera in your face, especially if you are somebody. Now here it is, you've escaped the situation and they've allowed you to take a little slap on the wrist and to cut that shit out, but you're gonna repeat the same shit. But again, I know why. You're afraid to move forward. You're in your adolescent stage. I went through the same thing, and a lot of the brothers that see you making mockery and foolishness out of your circumstance and situation, they've also experienced the same thing. Now, all the brothers who reached that pinnacle point, and all that they need to do was apply themselves a bit more and push forward, and they became who they became. I salute you. I salute you, because everybody will scream, all they need is the right opportunity. But if the right opportunity comes for you at the wrong time and you're not ready, you're going to blow it. If the right opportunity appears for you at the wrong time, you're going to blow it. It won't be nothing you can do with it. You must have a support system that reminds you from whence you came. You must have somebody around you who genuine, who really mean you well, who really love you, who ain't afraid to bump you down when you get all up on your motherfucking high horse. I couldn't have a nigga around me who had an incredible opportunity but wanted to fuck it off because he wanted to be like us who were going nowhere. I would talk so bad about his bitch ass, I damn near probably would fight him. Son, you got an opportunity like none other. Very unique situation. I know the couple of players that went to the NBA. And both in particular, I would have to say, I did feel disappointed at certain times from their conduct. Now, these ain't my blood relatives or my close homeboys, but these are niggas I know. These are niggas I done dap five with. These are niggas that done dunked on my motherfucking ass. These are niggas that I done played the dozen with. These are niggas I done hung around with. And I was a bit disappointed from their conduct, because the opportunity that was placed in front of them, nobody from our area got shit like that. Especially our peers. Most of our peers graduate to the penitentiary or death, and an early grave at that. Most of the niggas in the hood that niggas so-called respect are niggas who got records. And I ain't talking about songs. I'm talking about jail records. Got street cred. But last time I checked, you cannot walk into any financial institute or financial establishment and do a damn thing with that street cred. So it's time that we relook at this situation and reevaluate. Son, you made it. Your conduct is of a kid, of a child who thinking cloudy. You going through your adolescent stage. You afraid of what's to come. When all is to come is more and more and more opportunities, son. You're going to be able to change a multitude of lives, you still would be able to. They need to consider your youthful age. I know they have once before, but they need to reconsider again your youthful age. Now, suspension may be a little punishment, might hurt your pockets, but it should not be no indefinite suspension. There's way too much talent, and he way too young, and he got a bright future. He just needed daddy to stop lollygagging and bullshitting and get down on his ass. He needed support system to pop him upside his motherfucking head and say, "Little Magic, snap back into reality. You are not a gangster." Nigga don't believe that song. Them niggas wrong. Gangsters don't live that long. Know what I'm talking about? All the real gangsters I know, dead and gone, or in the penitentiary for a very long time. Or they done came out the penitentiary after doing a very long time, and they done changed their motherfucking leaf over. They done changed their ways. They done did a 360-degree turn, and you couldn't pay them to go back to being gangster. Because they took losses that they'll never get back. They lost loved ones. They lost time. Their children done growed up. And they come back and have to start all over. So they don't praise being a gangster. Yeah, it looked fashionable. It looked trendy to be a gangster. I remember when Boosie shot the video and it scared the daylights out of America. The United States on America was afraid because they seen a yard full of niggas in a neighborhood, and everybody had that blicky. Everybody had that tool. Everybody had that iron. I seen some shit I ain't ever seen before. Boy had an automatic machine gun with a blower on that bitch. I ain't know if that bitch had a blowtorch on it or what. But them niggas was shaking that iron at the camera. And after that, everybody and their mama and them went to making video pointing pistol at the camera. From every walk of life, everybody had to point a pistol at the camera. Now, if I was the cameraman, I would have had to charge extra, and I would have needed bulletproof motherfucking glass in front of me and the rappers. Because all them goddamn guns, now I could get it if it was prop gun. I can get it if it was prop gun. Well, being a street niggas ain't propping nothing. Street niggas ain't propping money nor guns. But it became a trend. It became a trend when Boosie laid on the ground and counted all them $100 bills on the ground and said, "If you find a 20 or something in here, I'm pussy." Everybody followed suit and went to doing that. So here what we have is impressionable minds following the rappers. They're influenced by the rapper man in their own right. Now here he is, an incredible athlete who gonna influence all kind of kids to let them know you come from where I come from and you can achieve what I achieve if you believe and you go hard. But now you finna take all of that camaraderie and flush it down the commode, wanting to portray a gangster NBA player. The two don't mix. The two don't mix. How in the hell did you have all that time to be practicing, shooting in the gym, and then get out from shooting in the gym and go shoot in the hood. That's a goddamn lie. It ain't no way in hell that you lived a double life like that. The life that you excelled in was the life that you spend your time in, which was basketball. Now, all I would have to say at the end of this here is, Lil Magic, you're not a gangster. Lil Magic, go back to playing basketball and leave that gangster shit for niggas who done chose that path. Because that is not your path. And as I stand here today, a grown man who have made it through my adolescent stage, my gangster style stage, my drug stage, and just being all out of alcoholic and lost. I'm here to say, with my right hand to God, I am not a gangster. I am not a gangster. But if you happen to fuck with me the wrong way and the right way, I'll do some gangsta ass shit to your ass. Lil Magic, change your ways. You are not a gangster.